Hi everyone, this is Danny Borgard from blistly.com, and this is the Daily Blist for Thursday, April 16th. Some quick news from blistly.com to start us off today. After 2 full days of being live, we're now at 60 blogs listed, which we're super proud of. So thank you to everyone who has signed up and listed their blogs with us, and we hope to see more coming every single day. Also, we'll be releasing a blog post, hopefully within the next day or so, about the top 5 things that we've learned since releasing the site. I think it's an interesting opportunity to see what it's like on our side and the mistakes that we can make when you're releasing this type of site. So please head on over to blistly.com to check that out when you have a second. Now let's get to some industry news. Website The Next Web has posted another one of these blogging is dead articles. This one came out on Tuesday, but this time the murder was being attributed to screenshots. So if you don't know what the hell a screenshot is, it's basically when someone writes out a paragraph on some sort of app like Notepad or text, and then what they do is they take a screenshot of the full article that they've written, and then they usually post it to something like Twitter or Instagram, right? Now originally these types of screenshots were made to get around the word count limitations of things like Twitter, of social media applications like Twitter. So getting around the 140 characters, so you would basically type out your full article and then just take a screenshot and then post it that way. TNW writer Owen Williams says that the trend is so popular now that it's actually killing traditional blogging in its entirety, and that's a quote, because we all know if Justin Bieber is doing something, obviously it's the next big thing. Personally, I think it's just another cool way of people using social media to communicate with each other. I don't see how these screenshots would destroy an industry that's been around for such a long time and so many people use to communicate with. But anyways, take it for what it is. We'll certainly be including a link to the article on TNW in the description. Next up is Tumblr is rolling out version 4.0 for iOS. Not quite sure about Android just yet. So this version promises to add better blogging tools, a filtered search, and a new widget included in the app. The updated Tumblr app started rolling out on the 15th, sometime around 7 a.m. Eastern. So if you don't see it yet, you should shortly. And finally, some happy good time blogging news for you. UK website West Britain wrote this amazing story about a young man dealing with autism and OCD by writing about it on his blog. The article is about 16-year-old Marcus Mitchell, who's had to deal with mental illness for several years now. His family has had to work with his violent episodes, and he says that blogging has helped him deal with the mental illness. He's also met a number of people who are also dealing with similar issues through his blog. Anyways, it's a great read. We'll certainly have the link to the article in the description, as well as Marcus's blog, and I really encourage you going to take a look at it. It's amazing to see it's amazing to read, especially when you see the willingness that he has to put everything out on the table. And I think it's really commendable, the fact that he's so open about it, and he's actually quite a good writer, so absolutely recommend you going to take a look at that. Okay, now for our featured blog of the day. Now, yesterday was certainly our first video blog, but it was more an introduction to Blistly and the Daily Blist. But today is the first time that we're actually doing the video in the format that we plan on using going forward. And one of my favorite parts to this is every single day we'll be picking a blog. Doesn't necessarily have to be on blistly.com, but just one of our favorite blogs of all time, and something that we want to share. And today I'll be sharing what I think is one of my personal favorites. I mean, it's right up there in my top 5 blogs that I've fallen in love with. And today we'll be featuring James Altucher's Confidential. And I'm pretty sure that I said that right. I'm not sure. So this is such a great blog that I don't even really know where to start. It's certainly categorized, it is on blistly.com with us, and it is categorized as being under business and finance, because certainly those topics come up very frequently on the blog, but that really doesn't do it justice. You can't even really call it a lifestyle blog. I guess you could. But it's so much more than that. He talks about his own life, his ups, his downs, going from being a multi-millionaire to basically being broke, living in New York City, releasing and publishing books, how to build a blog. I mean, there's really no subject that he doesn't cover throughout this blog, and every single one of his posts are amazing. The writing is, to say the writing is top-notch is not giving it enough credit. So I really highly recommend going to Mr. Altucher's website. We'll certainly include a link to the blog in the description to this video. And I apologize now, because once you start reading, you're just going to go through years of backlog to really get a full idea, because it's an amazing blog, and it's one of those reading adventures that made me fall in love with the world of blogs and blogging. So good luck, have fun with that, and again, I'm sorry. Finally, community announcements, but we don't have any because this is only our second day. So what I would encourage everyone who's viewing this is please go over to blistly.com/contact if you want to get right there, or look for the link on the website, and send us anything that you would like included in this portion of the video blog. A great example of this would be if you've started some chat on Twitter, if you're doing some sort of fundraising, or you're launching a new project as part of your blog, anything really. We definitely want to be able to take your information and pass that into the community. So please go ahead and send us anything you'd like, and we'll get back to you, I promise. That about wraps it up today. Please don't forget to head over to blistly.com today and check out the wonderful blogs that I've already listed there. And if you have a blog and you'd like it on blistly.com, please go ahead and submit it. Please follow us on Twitter. Please like the video if you do like it, and subscribe to the channel if you'd like to hear more from us. Thank you so much. Have an amazing day, and we'll see you tomorrow.